You're listening to Trifecta Sound on ISO.
What up, everybody? This is G, and welcome to Super Dope, the monthly radio show podcast where we nerd out about music and other things we find super dope. I thought I could do that without reading it, but I panicked last minute because I was like scrambling on my notes. I was like, I know this, and then when I was reading it, I was like, oh, maybe I don't. But I got it. Yeah, we've done this like 10 times already. 10? Maybe 11. We've done it quite a bit, and I've been doing it with these two. Been doing it a lot with these two.
Oh here. Yeah. This guy loves Daniel Craig.
Yeah. Been doing it a lot with these two. You've seen them. We got to my left, the homie Rendell. We'll say what up.
Oh, I'm your left.
Sorry.
Doing it with G.
Yeah. Camera left with Rendell, and then my left, camera right.
What's up?
Anthony in the house. So yeah, it's November this month. Wink, wink. We're shooting this in October, but it's like November in a couple days. And it's weird how we're like wrapping up on the year. It feels like the year just started, but we're wrapping up on the year. So today I wanted to talk about our favorites of 2024 when it comes to music or when it comes to movies, because we're big movie heads. These two just came out of Smile 2, and they're telling me it's good. And hopefully by the time this airs, I might have seen it and said the same.
See it by the time you edit it and then put your Letterboxd score.
Yeah. I gotta like, I know y'all said it was good, but I'm gonna try to not look at your Letterboxd scores just so I don't skew my own bias. But yeah, so today I want to talk about our favorite albums of the year that came out in 2024. And then after that, we'll talk about our favorite songs of the year that came out in 2024. Doesn't have to be part of that album. And then we're going to talk about our favorite movies of 2024. And I know we have we can agree on a couple. And yeah,
I am excited to hear what you guys have to say for like top.
I have no idea what G is gonna say.
Yeah, I actually don't either.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, I think I might. I'm not gonna guess.
Yeah.
Should I guess?
No. But we'll get into it. I was gonna say something else. I was going to say. Oh, that's what I want to say. So when I was talking about getting our list together, I've been doing this thing where I feel like I shouldn't be calling things the best. I'm kind of changing my attitude towards things and saying that they're my favorite as opposed to the best. The best can be very subjective, as is favorites as well. But if I'm going to tell someone the best, their gauge on what the best in those things are might not be
to their standards.
Yeah, might not be what my gauge is. So I'm going to tell you it's my favorite, and I'm also going to tell you the things that I like that are similar to that, so you can kind of gauge for yourself if you also like that too, as opposed to me saying it's the best thing ever.
The things that I like are the best.
Subjective. That's subjective. I don't agree with that. But.
I know. I'm sure a lot of people don't. I'm just being silly.
So, I try to implement that into my daily life and say things are my favorite as opposed to things are the best. And
I completely agree. Like
I
try not to refer to things as the best unless I truly believe it. Like Goodfellas or something, but
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
But I will say, like, I prefer much more of like the type of conversation where you're recommending it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, like, it doesn't have to be about ranking and like appifying music or like your suggestions. I just like, what, I like this. I would recommend it to you if you like certain things, and this happened to be my favorite of this.
And sharing those things is like kind of nice too, because you're trying to recognize in a person what you think they might actually like and appreciate, right? So when you're telling them, hey, this is my favorite of that thing, it's like, we might be pretty cool.
Exactly. Anthony is wearing a Flatliners shirt for anyone who's not watching the...
New Ruin. Came out in 2022, so not talking about it on this pod.
A new shirt. Newer shirt.
Newer, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Rugrats shirt. Tommy Pickles represent. That's the homie. Circa 1992, I believe.
Hell yeah.
Got the patch at, I think at Fan Expo. Randall, what are you wearing?
No.
Randall, who are you wearing today?
Randall's so cool. Look at that sweater.
It's
Stop it.
it's a Stussy hoodie. It's not Stussy, apparently. It's Stussy.
Yeah, it's got the umlaut.
yeah,
I have no idea.
All right, now that we covered all the important shit, let's get into our favorites of the year. Oh, that's what you have.
I brought notes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I may have to reference my phone, but
yeah,
like,
I brought my notes.
You
too.
sent the text message in the group chat that with a brief outline of what you wanted to hear from us, and you said a couple runner-ups, just like honorable mentions, and like I took that to heart. I took it very personally. It was agonizing about what
Randall prepares for you, man. Really.
Oh, I know.
He goes.
I know he preps for me before he comes over.
Some frequent doing it with.
Yeah, we're doing it every month, so you know what
it only
is.
makes sense he would prep.
Honestly, I was like when I brought it up and I came up with the idea last night because I was like, what can we talk about? It's kind of last minute, but what can we do that's relevant, especially for music's sake?
Yeah.
And then when I thought of this idea, because it's the end of the year, I was starting to like think of like what have I liked over the years, and like started compiling a list and like seeing what I want to say is my favorite out of those.
Nice.
And like I thought I had an idea, and then think about everything else. I realized there was so much good shit that came out this year, so it's really
you guys
hard.
Are a
to do
lot
that.
more methodical than I am when it comes to this shit. I had to go through my Spotify, all the artists that I actually listen to regularly, and be like, the fuck came out in 2024? You know, because like I don't know, it all kind of blends to me. I'm also very like attached to what I'm familiar with. You know what I mean? Like the Flatliners I've been listening to since like pre 2010. You know what I mean? Or around then. And I would be 10, so that doesn't make sense. Pre 2020, I guess.
Yeah.
What the fuck is math?
Yeah.
Like really similar to you though. Like I found that the new albums that I listened to, and I didn't listen to a lot, which was why this was actually like pretty difficult for me to have like to say which one was my favorite, because I only ended up listening to 12 albums from this year, and they were basically from the artists I've already liked. So it wasn't anything
It's not
new.
like brand new
Yeah.
shit.
So, but I know there was a lot of great new music this year. I've just been like, because I think I told you before, right? Like the I'm going through a bunch of lists.
Yeah.
From, like each decade of like albums. So like I'm in the 2000s right now, and anytime like the only time I ever really veer off of that list is if like I'm preparing for a concert. So if, recently I went to go see Heinz, which they did have an album in 2024, so I was going through there just
Ketchup, right?
No, it's Hinds.
Got him.
Yeah, they're from Madrid. And they played at the legendary Lee's Palace, and they were incredible.
Did you know them before? Did you find out about them when you went on your Spain trip?
No. I probably saw them or first heard them in 2015, 2014. They had this EP called "The Very Best of Heinz So Far," and
so far.
Well, the very obviously original Red.
It was a 5-song EP, and it was incredible. They had a lot of energy. It's like very garage rock. And yeah, they had that same type of energy in the show. So it's nice seeing that they were still rocking out 10 years later.
Were they playing more recent tunes?
Yeah. They played a lot of their old album.
Oh,
their most recent album.
And it still has that energy?
Yeah.
See, that's something I really appreciate about artists and bands, where when they like can remain consistent with the sound that I fell in love with. You know what I mean? Rendell, I think you agree with me on this. My prime example of this always is the Japan Droids.
Oh, yeah.
Just because like they had this really, really cool sound on those first two EPs. They released Celebration Rock. It's finally getting a little bit more radio friendly. You're gonna hear this stuff on the radio. But then the next album is like Kids Bop.
I honestly don't know too much about the more recent stuff.
Yeah,
but
good.
I know
Lucky
that they actually had their it was supposed to be their last album come out this year. I haven't listened to it yet.
I don't think they have anything new this year.
No, it came out this year.
It already did?
Yeah, they had a new final album. It's like supposed to be their last hurrah.
But are they fake retiring like Jay-Z, or like
I don't know.
legit
They haven't released
retiring?
new music in like 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But just to level the playing field, for Japan Droids, I agree. I'm a little mixed on their later stuff. The first 2 albums are incredible.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying.
They
like,
rock so hard, but it's like,
and it's 2 people.
So much.
It's drums and a guitar. That's it.
Yeah.
They had a wicked sound for it. But that's exactly what I'm saying. That evolution into a new sound. Like I understand you don't always want to make the same thing. I can appreciate that. But like to change it so drastically from where you came from, it's like that's not so much evolution. That's changing.
Yeah,
I do it all the time with my music. Like, I find myself always, like, when I release new music, I'll drop like R&B stuff and like very like super R&B type shit, and then the next release will be like a complete 180 and go back to my hip hop shit and go back into like just rapping and bars, and then when I release something else after that, go back to R&B stuff again. And like it's fun to do that 180, and like I feel like I always do that because I'm like, hey, don't forget, I also sing sometimes, so let me hit you with this. And then a couple months later, I'm like, hey, don't forget, I still got bars.
Yeah.
So
here's some bars.
the Heinz and like the pick from my favorite song of the year are nice like example of like 2 different ways that artists can evolve within like a 4 album span. So with Fontaine's DC, they started off in I think 2019. Before that, obviously, like they're from Ireland, and they had a lot of they were just more of like a post-punk sound. And then each album gets a little bit more different. And in this most recent album, Romance, that came out this year, they're like bending genres like completely. They're like so far from where they started 5 years ago. Heinz, and I love their evolution. By the way, Heinz still love their music, but they're still have that same garage rock sound without I guess bending or changing or experimenting with genre too much, just doing their thing really well.
Yeah.
And adding different elements as each new album. So I appreciate that too.
Evolving, not changing. That's exactly what I was getting
Change, interesting.
Yeah, it's always nice to see it change as opposed to just people doing a sidestep and like doing the same kind of sound that they've always been doing. I don't know how people who make music that do that, like, it feels like boring to me. Like I want to always be trying new
that's
shit
the biggest
all
challenge
the time.
in it, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And also like changing yourself, but also still being in line with your brand and your sound, but just having it in a different, new and evolved sense.
And I think, like Japan Droids, for example, got radio friendly, and obviously that's going to be, a driving factor in that decision to like you're being influenced on what your sound should be like to be more accessible, right? Like you can find your crowd, but if you want to be more accessible to a larger crowd, you're likely feeling a bit more pressure to like kind of adapt to that.
Yeah, sorry, it just reminded me of something my buddy always said about the Japan Droids, is that I wish, so he was probably like a few years older than me, so 34. Japan Droids came out when we were like 19, 20. He always said that he wishes that he had Japan Droids around when he was in high school.
That's sick.
And just like hearing their, because like we were already in college, but their early stuff is very like I guess youthful. Like,
100%.
Like,
it's high energy.
A very young adolescent, like
angsty lyrics,
but just gnarly, man.
It's so good, dude.
energy.
No, trust me. If any of those albums were released this year, I would say that.
Yeah, we got to get out of this town energy.
Yeah,
That's
All right. Well, with that being said, so let's start with your runner-ups or honorable mentions for album of the year, and just a little bit about why you like these 2024 albums, and then we'll get into your favorite album out of your list.
Okay, so yeah, again, I feel underqualified because I've only listened to 12.
Well, sorry, that's a great thing too, because we all have different ways of digesting music, and like we all like different styles of stuff. So I feel like each of our answers and each of our ways that we digest music is still pretty valid, because you cater to your style of how you digest music. For me, I cater to someone who DJs a lot of different events and stuff like that, so I kind of got to be up with all the top 40 stuff. And at the same time, I do genuinely love some of that stuff. I just got into Chapel Roan So
I
that's
saw that.
yo.
Yeah.
I'm a singer.
It's so good. It's so good. I'm late to the game, but like I like the fact that I have to play it, but also now really do like it. It's like
So you're a chapel head.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
what their fans are
I
called?
have no idea.
That's
I gotta
hilarious.
I
It
gotta
reminds me
check
of
her
Silent
Instagram.
This Pyramid Head, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, so like my version of digesting music is I have to listen to all the new stuff, but I also stick to my hip hop roots, and I love taking in all the hip hop stuff too.
yeah.
And on top of that, all the house music and stuff like that. So that's and then yours is different because you don't.
Bro,
You said
there's
you
me
don't
who's-
listen to a lot of
No, dude, I'm
new
stuck
music.
in my Spotify echo chamber of like, you like this song, you'll probably like this song because it sounds the same. You'll probably like this song because it sounds the same. Then I get into this song and it shows me the song it came from. You know what I mean? Because like, oh, you'll probably like this one. It sounds the same. So I have a lot of. One year they did this thing called Taste Breakers, and I really appreciated it because it was a variety of music from genres I don't typically listen to. That were offered to me, and I was just like, oh, this is a great feature. And I never saw it again, but it was really helpful to me to find new music because I do find that I'm listening to the comfort bands that I like to sing along with and like I know all the words to, and then when a band finally releases a new album, then I'm excited about like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this with intention, but otherwise I'm just throwing my liked library on shuffle, or I'm choosing a song I like and going to song radio. I'm not very up to date on things. Obviously, like, it's not a matter of like, oh, it's beneath me, but like, I just am not making a conscious effort to go find those things because I found I was doing something similar to Rendell where I was following a list of like the top 250 albums of the past decade, and then I didn't like some of them, and I was just like, I don't want to listen to this whole album, and so like. Maybe that's me being a bit narrow-minded, and I can probably be more flexible and just haven't. But that's where I'm stuck. I kind of just listen to the things that I like.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like you kind of found exactly what you like, and you don't want to break out of that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's just how you digest music. Like that just reminds me of like probably our parents.
Yeah.
Like my dad has been listening to the same like 80s, 90s rock that he's been bumping since I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's how I know all these songs
Who are
because
his
I
bands?
always hear it like Bon Jovi, Queen, like
nice,
Cinderella, stuff like that, Scorpion,
Cool.
Air Supply. Yeah, like
a good time.
like I know all these songs and all these bands because I would hear it every morning, and like I hear him singing it and playing the guitar to like these same songs. Like it's so that's kind of where I feel like where you're at.
Yeah, I'm just
Which
getting
is
old.
and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyways, back to your albums. So tell us your run-ups for favorite albums and like a little spiel why.
All right, so I already spoke about Fontaine's DC. So their album Romance was incredible, and I just loved how they evolved. You'll see from my favorite song of the year, which is Starbuster.
Oh, spoiler!
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Now no one's gonna watch the rest of the episode because they already know what you're gonna play.
And there's another, and Only God Above Us was another.
Is that the band or the album?
Only God Was Above Us? It's Vampire Weekend's album.
Yeah, they released this year.
So that was really, really great. So, but I've always just loved Vampire Weekend. That's another just 2000s band that I was like obsessed with, I guess. I just and appreciated that they're making new music again. It's
It's for you.
experimenting with their own sound, but also still sounding very Vampire Weekendy. And not a lot of bands they age so gracefully.
Japan droids.
That was you, not me. I like the Japan Droids. But my favorite, and I'm gonna cheat because they had 2 albums out this year. The Smile,
fair.
which is
We just saw that.
Smile two.
the side project of Johnny Greenwood and Tom York, and I guess Tom Skinner. I guess.
Very
Thom York?
Yeah,
Thom York, eh?
Thumb.
Yeah, so they came out with 2 incredible albums this year, Wall of Eyes and Cutouts.
Which one was better, Rendell?
I think I like Cutouts more, but it might be recency bias because it came out sooner. But I feel like Cutouts is a lot more groovy. Wall of Eyes is just like
Creepy.
impressive. Yeah, like,
Have you heard these albums?
Yeah.
I
very
haven't,
creepy.
sorry.
Yeah, but like just like good prog rock, jazz, like just musicians just playing at a really high level. for like 40 minutes, and everything just sounds chaotic but organized. I love their compositions, and that's basically it. They're just doing so much more, like just having more music out. Like this is their third album in the last 2 years, and I just love when artists who don't really release too much, like Radiohead, like they haven't released an album in 8 years.
That's why you had to make a side project.
Exactly. They're just
They
it's a
still
little
wanna
bit.
make
I'd do the
music.
same.
It's a little bit looser. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to have the Radiohead label. It could just be like some. Fun is a funny word for Radiohead guys, but like.
But for them, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more fun music, I guess.
Cool. So one more time, and when you say it, stick your hand out like this.
Okay.
But tell me what your favorite album was and by who.
Okay. The Smile. Cutouts.
Yo, too close.
The
Do it
Smile.
again, take two.
Cutouts and Wall of Eyes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
the main one between the two.
Okay. Cutouts.
Cool. This one right here.
Yeah.
Sick. Hey. All right. So that's your favorite album of the year.
Yeah.
What was your favorite song of the year? And again, it doesn't have to be part of that album.
Okay. So I'm gonna give a couple runner-ups though, I guess. But,
yeah, true.
The Zero Sum off Cutouts is an incredible song. I like it. It sounds like Talking Heads meets Radiohead. Are You Looking Up? I think that might be one of CJ's favorite songs. Shout out to the homie CJ.
Shout out to CJ.
Mick G.
We miss you.
MKG.
Yeah. He played in Toronto. I think CJ went to that show. Are You Looking Up is really cool. Some really cool guitar tones. Favorite off of Romance album is definitely gonna be up there in like my most played songs. But yeah, my favorite is Starbuster.
Sick. Say that again and stick your hand out.
Movie
Starbuster
magic.
by Fontaines DC.
That song right there. And on that note, we are going to get into that song right now. Let me just do a little thing right here and then go a little something like this. So this is Rendell's choice for favorite song of the year, Starbuster by Fontaines DC. And you're listening to it here on the SUPERDOPE Podcast.
business if it's momentary. I wanna talk with a gag if it's a bottle or bag. I wanna strike with the sag, I need the fan from it. I want a shot in the dark, I wanna make me mad. I wanna lift the yak, I call the ends on it. I wanna take the truth without a lens on it. My God-given insanity, it depends on it. How I feel, how I feel, how I feel. I wanna kill all the hell that I turned up challenger. I wanna keep all of your charm in a canister. Do you inspire like the same dead Salinger? I'm the pig on the Chinese calendar. I got a shadow like a 5'8" caliber. I wanna move like a new salamander. I live a carry-on, who's a real scavenger. It's my tyranny keeping me from me. Hit me for the day, for the light that you suffer to come by. Take to my sky, never wanting, only wonder to live out of reach. Sloping family, short to tall. 1 to 3, swallow the key. In their footprints, I will follow. I'm gonna hit your business if it's momentary business. I'm gonna hit your business if it's momentary business. I'm gonna hit your business if it's momentary business. I'm gonna hit your business if it's momentary business.
And we're back. That was Starburster by Fontaines DC, Rendell's favorite song of the year. Sounded really cool. We were trying to figure out what other band or album or song it sounded like. For me, it was giving like what's that? Prodigy.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah. Not Mobb Deep, but you know,
it's like that trip hop.
Yeah. What's the
industrial.
song that I like from Prodigy?
Are you gonna say "Smack My Bitch Up"?
No, no, but that like one of their main singles that.
Hey, Prodigy has a couple of hits. Yeah,
I forgot what it was called, but like the music video had like an alligator or a crocodile in it or something.
Their heads were animals, weren't they?
I don't know, but the guy's hair was like. I don't know if it's always like that.
No.
Yeah.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
I don't know why it was.
Name it.
Yeah, it reminded me of
it's
that.
a little Gorillaz-y too with the
Yeah,
that
little
rapping,
Beastie Boys. Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh
I think
yeah,
they
it's a
have,
song.
like,
It's a song that goes. You don't know that
Smack
song?
my bitch up, smack
No.
my bitch up. It's not that one? No.
Definitely not. I forgot. I'll find it when I find it. Anyways, so those were your picks, and I feel like your picks are very different from my picks because I come from a different world of music, being a DJ and being a hip hop head who's kind of not to say that you're not a hip hop head, but it's just like I feel like you're more in the rock world than I am. And I stay deep in the hip hop side of things and in the poppy side of things, the top 40 side, just because I have to DJ a lot of those songs at my gigs and stuff. So for me, well, it's not only just hip hop, but hip hop and R&B as well. So for my runner-ups for favorite album, where are they? Yeah, I see them here. Don't look on my list. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. One of the big ones that came out this year that I was like very impressed with was Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. And have you heard it?
Yes.
Okay.
He's still got it.
He's from TDE, Kendrick Lamar's former label.
Cool.
So yeah, he's one of those guys. And they said he's not very well versed in hip hop, so gotta.
He's also
give him a bit of
incredible golfer. Apparently.
Oh yeah, he's sick of golf.
Me?
No,
Q.
Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q. Yeah, like that album was cool because like almost every song had like 2 or 3 songs combined in it, and it's a good mix of like soul samples but very like heavy and trappy, and just very like anytime he drops music, I feel like he just drops music and like he knows it's dope, but he doesn't like boast it too much. He's like, here, take this shit, listen to it. I'm gonna go back and raise my daughters more. Like I find that very cool and very dope. I was supposed to catch his concert this year, but it got canceled. Apparently because some of his people couldn't make it across the border or something.
They were busy golfing.
Yeah, probably that too. No, I think it's actually like for the most part just him in his camp that golfs.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a couple more people, but it's mainly just him. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to see his concert, but like his album was really dope, and it's usually if your album was really dope, I'm gonna want to see your concert the same year. Like if you're gonna tour that album,
Touring
it
it, yeah.
makes me more inclined to want to go check you live.
For sure.
So yeah, that album was really dope. Another one that was really dope this year, Dearly Loved by Russell. Local legend, local Filipino legend for us. Formerly known as D Pride, now goes by Russell, and he went from hip hop music into very deep into his R&B style in it. Like it's really really dope. There a lot. Every song is kind of like a different form of hip hop, which is really cool, or like dance or UGK music, but it's all it still kind of fits together, but it's all very different, which is really dope. So I really love that album. There were a couple other ones. The Griselda Camp, they drop like 40 albums every year. I can't even.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're consistently good.
It's
so
like
they
the
always.
MCU.
Yeah. Seriously, like.
Griselda's
Yeah.
cinematic universe.
So imagine like basically
Music universe.
imagine like a group of like there are like three
From
main
Buffalo,
guys.
right?
Yeah, three main guys and like and affiliates and other newer people in their label. And like at the very least, the three main guys drop like 3 to 4 full albums every year.
That's prolific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Must have a lot
they'll
of
do like
material.
collabs with other people. Yeah, they just like dish
Churning
out.
it out.
Cranking
I
it
couldn't do
out.
that, man. Like I'm a, not to say it's not quality, but I'm a quality person over quantity. Like I'd rather focus on a couple songs to work on rather than just like shit out a shitload of music.
Yeah.
And then pick from that. I'd rather just focus on a small group of things. They dropped a bunch of good stuff. This is a very late edition, but this album just came out yesterday morning. But it's definitely a good contender for one of my favorite albums, Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator. Have you heard it yet?
No.
So good. It's really good. Yeah, like it just came out, but I'm already like, I probably listened to it maybe 3 times already. And just as a complete body of work, it's really consistent. And it's really different than his other stuff. It's a very matured Tyler the Creator than we're used to. But it's still like it's sick because he makes like really dope popular music that a lot of people digest, but it doesn't sound like just your typical trap. It doesn't sound like your typical hip hop or your typical pop. Like it's very much his sound, but just everyone will eat it up. And it is genuinely good, and like just the subject matter and the themes of it is very very dope.
Yeah, I do like that he's still making albums.
And he takes pride in the album aspect of
Like the
things.
structure of it.
Yeah.
I do admire that, and there's not a lot.
He's
Still
definitely
do
a
it.
showman.
Yes.
You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
when he's putting something out, he wants it to be delivered in like a very specific order so that it becomes
Yes.
like a piece of work, you know, like entirely.
Yeah, I've been like when he first dropped the first single for this, which was about 10 days ago. He follows. So I was watching like this. It was a video or like a post on Instagram or something. He follows a very specific release pattern. So he'll like out of nowhere just drop a song, and then within 10 days the album will come out. So
So it just released?
yeah. So someone picked up on that and they were like, hey, like he just dropped a song. In the past, he's done this before, and within 10 days, this new album came out. So we're probably gonna get it in 10 days, and it was right. So yeah, he's
10-day theory.
yeah, the 10-day Tyler the Creator theory, and it works for him, and it's a great way to roll out an album that works in his favor. I feel like if you drop singles and then like the album comes out like months or years later, it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
because
you
I
lose the
want
hype over how good the single
I
was,
want to
maybe.
feel the rollout of this album that's coming out, not like hear 2 songs and then wait a year and a half and then the rest of the album comes out. Like,
Yeah.
it's not how I want to take in the music. So yeah, the way he's been doing it is cool. And then on the pop side, I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Sabrina Carpenter had a really dope album. Not gonna front.
Didn't she have multiple as well?
No, I think she dropped one in 2023 and then dropped a new one just now.
She's got like 3 or 4 songs on the Billboard Top 10, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and they're all fire.
Who is this?
Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm kidding.
Sabrina Carpenter?
My nieces are very, very into her.
Yeah.
And she's dating Barry Keoghan. That's all of my Sabrina
that's-
Carpenter knowledge.
You don't know every line to Espresso?
I honestly cannot say that I've heard a single Sabrina Carpenter song.
I'm sure
start
like
to finish.
you've heard it, yeah, at least in passing. You probably haven't heard it intentionally, but I'm sure you've heard it.
I had nothing against her. I think she.
That's just not your jam.
She just must. Yeah, she must do great work. You have to do it for work, right? Or
I do.
But he also loves it.
But I also really like her shit. Like she has one
great.
song. She has one song called Juno, and it's in reference to Juno the movie.
oh,
Nice.
So
like that
for
movie.
so for us movie nerds, that's kind of cool. But the song is really good too. And then "Good Graces" is my favorite song of hers on that album. So I've been like bumping that.
You've been a Sabrina head.
Yeah. Well, and only recently too. Like
I'm a carpenter.
A carpet bro.
I'm a carpet bro. And yeah, it's only recently too because I've had to like play a couple requests, and then like one person's request that I had to play one time was like really dope, and it came from that album. So I was like, I'm gonna listen to it and take in the rest of this album because I do like this one song. Espresso is really good, and there's like a couple other songs that I heard prior to that are really dope. So in taking in these singles, it made me want to listen to the full album, listen to it as a body of work. And these pop girls or pop girls and guys and others are still making pretty good bodies of work.
Yeah.
Which will segue into is this my favorite? I guess I haven't.
Is she your favorite Gen Z pop girl?
Nah.
Is that what you're
No.
about?
One of my favorites and consistently favorite for a few years now. Billie Eilish.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Rodrigo.
Yeah. No. So I just realized. Let me get into her album first, and then I'll figure my shit out. But Billie Eilish dropped an album this year. Hit Me Hard and Soft. And like upon first listen, it was good, but it took me. It was good, and there were a couple really really good standout songs. But it took me maybe 2 or 3 listens to be like, oh, this is actually a lot better than I assumed. And like she's always been consistent at putting out bodies of work, and like she really does it more like an artist as opposed to like this Billboard machine. I mean, she is like she does.
She's a hit maker.
Yeah. She gets numbers, but like she does it in a way that's very artistic and true to who she is, and this is what her and her brother want to put out, and
Yeah, he's her producer.
Yeah, main producer. They all record everything basically together.
Cool.
And
Isn't
like
she dating a dude that looks just like him?
no,
Or he's
the
dating a
opposite.
chick that looks
yeah,
just like her?
apparently
Hilarious.
Yeah, which is
She looks
kinda
like
weird.
she looks like David Foster Wallace.
David,
She looks
can
like
you-
David Foster
I don't know.
Wallace.
No, you just have to see it eventually.
Let me see.
This is a-
David Foster Wallace. What the fuck? Okay.
She is always wearing the just right. Billie Eilish
yeah.
as well.
Bro, Billie Eilish dresses like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's always just in an oversized jersey and basketball shorts. That's Adam Sandler right there.
Okay, here I'm gonna put the 3 pictures. It's gonna lay out on my arm. So we have David Foster Wallace on one side, Adam Sandler on the other side, and then if those two were to have a baby, it would be Billie Eilish right here. Chime off in the comments. Let us know if you agree or disagree.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So
She makes great music.
She makes great music, and it's equally infectious and deep and poetic, but also sometimes very simple.
And she looks like Adam Sandler.
And she looks
Total
like Adam
package.
Sandler. Yeah, that's what I look for in an artist. If you look like Adam Sandler, you're probably making heat. And yeah, like I felt like. Okay, let me backtrack first, because I'm not sure. Anyways, those are my list of favorite albums, but I'm not sure what my favorite is, just because it's.
May I make a guess?
I don't even fucking know. Like, I have ideas. So Blue Lips was on my tops for a while, but it came out so early. And I realized I'd listened to it, but I don't bump it a lot. But it's really, really good. Chromacopia only came out now, so it might be my favorite album of the year, but it's only been 2 days, so I can't really tell you if it's my favorite. But then Billie's album came out, and it's been around for a minute. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's really fucking good. What was your guess going to be?
Sorry, I thought it was going to be something completely different. Like, I
Nah.
thought those were your runner-ups, but you really like the Claro album.
Claire album was good, but I've only bumped it a couple times, and I only mentioned to you that it was really good because it sounds really dope. That's another runner-up too. But it's, I
Just
think,
Juno, right? Claro,
yeah, I think as a whole, I think it has to be something that I've been listening to consistently as a whole, and if that's the case, then it right now has to be Hit Me Hard and Soft.
William Eilish.
Yes, William Eyelash. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my because I've listened to it top to bottom so many times, as opposed to the others. It might be taken over by Tyler, depending how I feel in the next couple weeks. But I think for me, album of the year that I think is my favorite, William Eyelash. And that goes into my song of the year, which is Birds of a Feather. How typical of me. But it's, you know the song. You've heard the
Yes,
song.
of course.
You know the song. You've heard the song.
so.
It's like, as I was going down that album, that's like, usually when I'll listen to it top to bottom on Spotify. And as I go through it, I'll like the songs that I really like. So I can go back into it and listen to it. Chihiro was the first single off of that album. But it didn't really like captivate me. But when I got to Birds of a Feather, immediately I was like, there's something about this song that just makes me feel like this is such a good song. Like I like pretty songs.
Yeah.
So it was so pretty. It was so different than like, just like the drum patterns of it were really different.
It's also like an instant classic now. It's like pretty iconic.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, and like
yeah.
yeah,
It's
a
like
lot of people love this song.
You can it's easily digestible. You can resonate with it. It's like a belt out banger. You can like cry to it. You can laugh to it.
Is that what you were
dance to
doing
it.
earlier today?
Is that
Yeah.
why you called us over?
Yeah. Okay, I'm done crying to Birds of a Feather. Now you can come over. Hurry up. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just there's something about it that just makes it so compositionally good. And I was even watching like breakdown videos of how they made that song and how they wrote it and stuff, and like their little nuances of what they did with the lyrics and the melodies and stuff. And it's all like really cool decisions that ultimately made it such a great hit.
Cool.
In that regard,
G's crying right now.
Yeah, let me wipe my tears.
Cut to the song. Cut to the song.
And we're gonna get into
Birds.
yeah, we're gonna get into it right here. Oh yeah, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish.
To stay till I'm in the grave, till I rot away, dead and buried, till I'm in the casket you carry. If you go, I'm going too, 'cause it was always you. And if I'm turning blue, please don't save me.
once again, that was a little indie song called "Birds of a Feather" by William Eyelash. My favorite song of the year. So we're gonna move on to the homie Anthony. You want to talk about your album of the year, and I guess the way you digest music as well?
Yeah. So you guys, like I said, do things a lot more methodically, a lot more intentionally. A lot of my music listening is while I'm driving, maybe while I'm working, just something in the background to what I consider menial tasks, right? And so I do find myself choosing a lot of the times bands that I already listen to, either the albums that I like the best, or, you know, if they do have something new, I definitely gravitate to that. I want to hear what they're putting out now. So I don't have a lot of runner-ups, at least just like information on runner-ups, just because, I don't really pay attention to those kind of things. I did, however, when you pitched us like the prompt for today's episode, just kind of went through Spotify to find, you know, the artists and bands that I listen to who's released something this year. And so one notable one that came out of 2024 was Cottonwood Firing Squad, their album, Growing Old and Dying in Your Sleep. Now,
it's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, and it is very, I don't know, it sounds a bit optimistic, but a lot of their songs are just about, like, you know, depression and shit, you know, but there's...
What's their genre?
It's kind of like shoegazy, a little bit like, kind of like pop punk a little bit, but kind of beachy as well. So that's what I was kind of alluding to. While it's my favorite album of 2024, it's because it's one of the bands that I listened to that released an album of 2024. Just because there's not a lot that I pay attention to in terms of release dates and stuff like that, unless something like really, like if Flatliners released an album this year, I'd be like, yeah, Flatliners album. But they didn't, so I don't have a list.
You're not up on Brat.
No, so that's the thing. Like, I know it exists.
That's the next thing I gotta get into. The Brat album.
You gotta be a Brat head, dude.
Yeah. I like the color. I know it exists.
I love the color.
Yeah, it's a cool color, but
I haven't heard a single song from it, but I will. I intend to.
Can you guess the color of my underwear?
It's
Brat
color?
No. Yo, fake fans. That's
white.
I never said I was a fan.
That's the line from a song called "Guess."
Oh my god.
Okay.
The remix with William Eyelash.
Okay.
You know, G, you're
Fake
being a real
fans.
brat.
Fake fans.
Got him.
Fake fans.
But yeah, so funny story about Cottonwood Firing Squad. They actually have another, I don't even know if it's an album or an EP, but I recommended it to Rendell one day in text, and I was like, hey, you got to check out this band, Cottonwood Firing Squad. They released a new album called Wyoming, and then in brackets, and other songs to kill yourself to. And Rendell just responded with, dude, what the fuck? And their album titles are weird, but their songs are nice, and I definitely recommend, check out a song called Hospital Beach by Cottonwood Firing Squad. It's really good.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There you go.
Shit, I didn't do that for mine.
Okay, well.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. And then Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish.
But now
Sorry, I didn't listen to that album, by the way.
What, the one?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hey, Rendell, did you like it? What? Yeah, like what? Thanks, Rendell. Fucking good friend, bud. No, I'm just playing. But now, just moving into favorite song of the year. Now, this has some reason.
It's funny because like the music you were just describing is such a big difference than
100%.
what you're gonna pick right now.
Yeah. So just to cut to the chase, it's They Not Like Us. That's the title of the song, right?
Not Like Us.
Not like
Kendrick
us.
Lamar.
Sure. But the lyrics are
Fake fan.
they, right?
You a fan.
Bro, listen. This is the reason why I'm choosing this song, is because it exceeded genre. It exceeded interest. This song was a sensation. Obviously, the tabloids are talking about it. Billboard's talking about it. This song is fucking everywhere. And so the fact that I know a bunch of the lyrics in the song, I know the beef between Drake and Kendrick, like that shit took over.
I was really invested.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's memes about it.
I was invested in it, but it's just crazy that the number one song probably this year is calling
Drake a pedophile.
a pedo.
fucking pedo.
Is insane. That's it's just bizarre, and like it's being sung in clubs. People are like having it in their wedding.
Yeah.
Like, this is nuts.
Struck
The
a
lyrics
chord,
of that
better
song
call
are
it A
crazy.
minor.
Yeah.
And everybody sings the line.
I'm not judging, but like it's pretty.
It's just crazy the context of the song and how big the song is.
Yeah, because not only is it about all of that, it's a fucking catchy song.
Yeah,
it's a
really
good
It is a
song.
banger.
It's fun to listen to. The music video was dope. Like
Such a good video.
yeah, dude.
Such a
Like
good
all
video.
of it was good. It was an amazing release. It dissed Drake, which I think is hilarious. I've never been on the Drake train, so I think it's hilarious. Sorry, anybody out there who's going to be offended by that. But yeah, I think that one kind of takes the cake for favorite because of the impact it had.
That's
And
true.
I think it was just massive, and it was so much fun. Play the song.
Oh, shit. Okay. Fuck. My bad. You gotta warn me about
I'm
these
sorry.
things.
I'm just now. I want to hear it.
I just want to say, yeah, like it was such a transcendental song, and like even people on the home team bumped that shit like it's
Yeah.
not about us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not about, Canada versus the U.S. or like Toronto versus L.A.
No,
It
I
was
understood it as these
like-
two people beefing.
Yeah, well, I mean, so Kendrick dropped an interview recently with SZA, and he was explaining that like it's a song about like, or at least the song in general is more so about unifying people and former enemies, and
I
how
don't buy that at all.
It was his apology to Drake. It was his apology
I mean,
song.
if they have a double album next year and a tour,
I bet that'd be squashed by
Wait,
now.
sorry,
I
go
bet
ahead.
it's squashed.
No,
no,
what you're
but
saying.
yes, and they did really prove that by they had the pop out show. That
Yeah.
did you watch the concert or like at least the highlight clips?
I don't think you could say I want to murder this man and his family, and then like,
But
say,
then-
you know what?
It's
But
about unifying people for sure.
that's insane.
if you watched the concert and you saw like, long story short, for people like y'all who haven't seen the concert, like he was
Yes.
bringing out people of different gangs in different neighborhoods on the same stage, unifying basically under one roof, off the strength of like, not really the strength of the song, but off of the strength of him as a person being able to unify all these people. So
You're selling it even more.
yeah,
You
It
are,
is
yeah.
my
And that's-
favorite
and-
song of the year.
and that's more so why it's like such a banger. And honestly, we are talking about favorites and not best, but like the right answer is Not Like Us. It's true. But anyways, let's get into it. This is Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar on the Super Dope Radio Cast.
I see dead people. Put it on that beat, go.
Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Tryna strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something? P-Rest stands for bitchin'. You Malibu most wanted, ain't no law boy, you ball boy. Fetch Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in content. Might write this with a doctrine. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the wrong label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time.
And that was Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, arguably Song of the Year. But I don't think anyone disagrees. But yeah, so those were our favorite albums, favorite songs of the year. We have 4 minutes left, so let's quickly just run down our favorite movies of the year, just to cap this off. Because the three of us are really big film heads. We watch a lot of movies. We've seen a lot of the same movies. We go to movies like almost every weekend. So it's only fitting for us to talk about favorite movies that we've seen in 2024. And I know you wanted to start it off, so set it off, good sir.
Okay, I got a couple runner-ups. Strange Darling, awesome film, except for the very masturbatory frame Giovanni Ribisi put up front saying, this entire film was shot on 35mm film. Sick, bro. I did not need to know that right off the top.
And
did not.
And the three of us, well, and CJ too, like we all equally agreed on the same thing. Like we don't, like, it's a cool aspect to be able to film it like that, but don't tell us.
Bro, first of all, I would have noticed. Second of all, that's the type of thing that people like us, at least, like to learn about the film and be like, yeah, I thought so. Don't fucking.
It was boast. It was a little boastful.
It was not. That was graphics. Sorry, everybody.
I'm gonna see if I can bleep that.
Yeah. Put some like pixels over that.
Yeah. I saw that feature in Adobe Premiere. I'm gonna try and do that. But I mean, so in line with that, like Rendell told me when season 2 of Euphoria came out, he's like, hey, season 2 was filmed shot on film.
Yeah.
And Euphoria didn't have to tell me that, but like Rendell told me about it, and I immediately noticed the difference in that, which is really cool. So it's, there are two ways to handle stuff like that. Yeah. That was the wrong way, and Euphoria was kind of the right way to go.
Yeah.
But that was
so that was a runner-up. 2
minutes, folks.
And then tie game for favorite film this year is Civil War and The Substance. I think those two were like. Honorable mention to Dune 2, just because I saw it in IMAX and just like the like epicness of it all. It's so on such a grand scale. But Civil War was a really cool, unique story. I really liked it a lot. It did obviously kind of reflect reality, but really not. And then The Substance, body horror is back, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on.
If you haven't seen any of those, watch them. Yeah. What are your runner-ups and then favorite movie of the year?
Hard to say, but I'm gonna go with my top 2 because Substance is my 3. But there's still a lot of great films out. Nosferatu.
Hard to call it right now. You're right.
So far.
Yeah.
And you're really anticipating Queer by Luca Guadagnino.
Daniel Craig, baby. Daniel Craig. He looks like a cheetah. It's
just
so
watched
unique.
that trailer today.
Yeah. But my favorite film, Alien, is number 2.
Romulus.
I thought that was gonna be one of your 2s.
And Rebel Ridge is my favorite film.
Oh, this guy fucking loved Rebel Ridge. He loved it so much. He wouldn't stop talking about it for a week. He's like, he's so dreamy, the main guy.
Look at his eyes.
I wish I watched it in the movie theater.
Eyes.
It was really.
You want to see him on a bigger scale, don't you?
My TV screen was great.
He's a Green Lantern soon, so you are gonna get to see him.
Yeah,
on a bigger scale.
I'm all in.
It was so weird.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, G, what was yours?
Great choices. A couple of my runner-ups. Oh, we got 30 seconds. Let's see if I can power through this. A couple of my runner-ups were Romulus, Deadpool and Wolverine, The First Omen, great horror movie. Dune 2, The Substance. But I think my favorite, it would probably be between Romulus and fuck it, it's Romulus. I think Romulus. Yes. It's so fun. Peace.
They not like us.